Hi Flosstube, this is Stasha, and we're going to start with finishes today because it's the day after the Cubs won, and I did a video yesterday, but it just kind of didn't work because I was a little too excited about the Cubs winning. So, first finish is the Christmas Mystery Quilt, which is upside down because the angels are standing on their heads. So the Christmas Mystery Quilt, all bound, ready to go into the cupboard. The next one is Tide Pools by Row Pace. This is all finished, ready to go to the framer. Except for I don't know if I want to frame it or make it into a cushion. If I could find a finisher that could do some really good box cushions, I'd probably do it as a cushion. Otherwise, it's going to the framer. So, Memories of Tide Pools by Row Pace. And a couple people have asked me for the pattern, and I've given them Row Pace's email address because her website appears to be gone. So she may have retired. I have this little salamander kit. I'm pretty sure I bought it to teach one of the kids how to cross stitch, but I don't remember which kid started it, or if I was the one that started it. And yeah, it finished up real quick and easy. There's this, remember, everybody's nose itches. There's mine. So the next one is Something Wicked by La Di Da. And that is done on a Silk Weaver Solo. And I converted all the fibers to, let me move my chair, it's bothering me. I converted all the fibers to die for, which I can't find fibers to die for anymore. And then somebody told me, oh, they've changed to Amy Mitten fibers. So fibers to die for, now Amy Mitten. And this is the one that I started the boot in Evil, and then I ran out of Evil, so I had to start blending it with Burglar. And then towards the end, there is just Burglar, but you cannot tell that that is two different colors in that boot. And that is part 2 of a 3-part series that La Di Da did for Halloween that I'm going to be framing for the kids, but I'll wait till I get Toil and Trouble finished before I frame it. Then the next one that I got finished was my travel project, which was Skeleton Key. And you're going, Stasha, when you pulled fibers for that, you did not pull a green fabric. And you're right, this is Nautical Lights by Dying for You. And the brown just, the more I thought about it, this is going to be a pillow with keys attached to it, and it just didn't seem like it was going to be a thick enough fabric. So I switched to the Nautical Lights. And I found 2 pieces of lace to use on finishing this. But opinions would be nice. This is the first one. That's how it looks. And then the second one. This is how the second one looks. Okay, that still itches. I'm really leaning towards the first one, but love to hear everybody else's opinions. And we have pieces of quilt. Okay, so that's my finishes for October. And I did not make a September video. So, statistics. September I had 11 hours stitched. Most of it was on Something Wicked, and the rest of it was on Tide Pools, with a little bit on Autumn Queen. And then in October, I have 29.25 hours. So big jump between September and October. And I think a lot of it had to do with just setting some goals and actually being able to visualize them. So I took my chart for Autumn Queen and I sectioned it. So you'll see there's a blue highlight around this section, this section, this section, and this section. So those are my monthly goals for each section. So this was my October goal. This is my November goal, my December goal, the January goal, which I should finish it in January. Although I have vacation coming up in December, so I may get even more done. But December's kind of a busy month, so we'll see how it happens. But I did complete my October goal. And you see the pattern. This is what I completed in October. So in September, I had just about this much done. So all of this column there, and some along the top here, that's what I did in October. And then you saw the finishes that I worked on in October, and then can't really see a lot of the progress on Fruit Bell Pull. That's because I'm just doing the back stitching in the plum block. So not much progress there. Okay, we're going to pause for a second so I can scratch this itch. Okay, we took care of that itch, and hopefully my face is not red now. So haul. I found this at Joann's with 60% off coupon. It is silk ribbon flowers. There are 20 different flowers in here, including poppies, which is appropriate since November we have Poppy Day. And there are cornflowers. I thought these would be fun to use on crazy quilts or some of my embroidery pieces. The other thing is I drank the Kool-Aid and bought Kingdom of Books. And I love how rich these colors are. I don't know if I'm going to stitch the bookshelf behind in the wood grain or if I'm going to get an even weave fabric. Now mind you, I'm looking at next July's Picture This Plus sale as the day that I get my fabric. My Christmas, do it in Christmas in July. So I've got enough projects to do without starting this one yet. So speaking of projects to do, since I finished Skeleton Key, I am out of a purse project. As Abby Bella Stitch says, ABC, always bring cross stitch. I always have a purse project. However, my daughter contacted me the other day, and she is the lead vet technician for an exotic animal hospital, and her doctor, Dr. Harris, is in charge of putting together items for next year's ExoticsCon veterinary auction. So ExoticsCon is once a year, the annual convention of the exotic animal vets. So the small mammals, the reptiles, and the avian community, that veterinary community comes together and they have their big conference, and they have an auction to raise money for research on some of the more unusual pets. So if you've got a hedgehog, a rabbit, anything but a dog or cat, this is where your vet is going for education. So Dr. Harris saw Fire and Ice and some of the other things that I've stitched for my daughter, stitched that have pictures on my daughter's phone. And she's like, oh, can you get your mom to stitch something for the auction? That would be so cool. So I was looking for either freebies or at least inexpensive patterns. And I found this one on the, I think it's Hirschner's site. Anyway, it's where the Nora Corbett freebies are. The distributor who does that. Anyway, I found this one, except for instead of doing the bag, I'm just going to do it on this nice piece of Zweigart Cashel. The color is Vintage Country. So I figure I'm going to stitch the ecology band on that and then frame it and then donate that to the auction. If anybody else would like to donate to the auction, I can, if you'll leave comments down below, I can give you information on it, and I will also put some information about ExoticsCon on the in the comments. And then this is the other pattern I found that I thought that these are just little. They're 63 by 63, and I've ordered a piece of black fabric from 123 Stitch, and I'm actually surprised that I didn't have the email today saying, come get your stuff! But then I haven't really checked my email today, so it could be there. So I thought these would be fun to stitch too. After all, it is small mammals, avian, and reptiles. And so I've got the reptiles for the frog, I've got the toucan for the bird. So if I start with those two, that I'm good, and then if I have time, I'll stitch the others. But again, they are seriously looking for anything that they could auction. If you'd like to participate and donate to the auction, I will be more than happy to get you in touch with Dr. Harris. Items, the ExoticsCon is going to be in Dallas next year, and Dr. Harris is collecting the items in August. So that gives plenty of time, and my daughter's all, Mom, don't make a big deal of it. We've still got plenty of time. I'm like, do you realize how much time it takes to stitch something, honey? So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. Okay, we covered finishes, we covered progress. Oh, I had a new start. The Finish Ristipisto kit, the Finish Elves. I started that, but I have no idea where I put it because it's not in this general vicinity. So it's probably down by my stitching chair. The other thing I got was I succumbed and spent $30 and bought that IKEA 3-tier shelf, the rolling shelf. And that has been wonderful to have by my stitching chair, because before everything would get cluttered on the arms of my chair or the nightstand next to the chair. It's not really a nightstand. The end table next to the chair. And there was like no space for my husband to put a drink down or put a plate down. And it was just, the room just always looked cluttered. Now that I have that three-tier stand, everything goes into the stand. And the other thing is on the one end table next to my stitching chair, my husband mounted magnetic strip. So I stick my scissors, I stick my needles, I stick my needle minders. I hung my pattern up. Anything that was that I could use the magnetic strip for, it's been wonderful. Love having that on the left side, and then my three-tier card on the right. So anyway, that's my September and October update. 3 pieces completed towards the year of whips. Wait. Yeah, because tide pools doesn't count, and neither does the quilt. So anyway, the only things that counted were the salamander, something wicked, and the skeleton key. So there's 4 items towards my year of whips, and I'm making decent progress on Autumn Queen. Next month I hope to show you more progress on Autumn Queen, even though we're like 10 days into the month and I haven't stitched at all. It's just been really hectic around here. But things will get better, because life does. That's just the way it is. So hope you're enjoying getting ready. If you're in Canada, you've just finished the Thanksgiving holiday. If you're in the US, you're getting ready for the Thanksgiving holiday. And I don't know, I guess you guys in the UK are just starting to get ready for Christmas. Anyway, shout out to Bonnie, Purple Frog Stitches. She is my postcard pal for Year of Whips. I got her postcard. It was really cute. And I'm looking forward to encouraging her and seeing her progress. Go check out her floss tubes. And then, trying to think, I had a whole list of people that I was going to give shout outs to, and now I can't find it. So anyway, go stitch all the stuff. And remember, the pattern is just a place to start. Make it your own. Personalize it. Have a great day.